Well, it's Friday night, and tonight in Bonner Springs, it was a homecoming celebration, a parade, and a rivalry with Tonganoxie. That's why it's our Hy-Vee and Channel 9 Game of the Week. Dennis Evans was there.
Homecoming at Bonner Springs, the Braves having quite the pregame celebration, a parade leading right into their game against Tonganoxie. From there, it was the Chieftains who were doing all the partying. First quarter, Isaiah Holt going to get behind everyone in the Braves defense. Trevor McGraw, perfect throw. Chieftains up 7-0. Next drive, Tonganoxie getting it done on the ground. Colton Bruceman going to rip off a nice run, finishing it there with the hammer. Same drive, Bruceman again, this time in for the score. Tonganoxie up 14-0 early, and what a way to win homecoming. The foul in that one.
Good hand, see?
52-0. Well, homecoming going much better over at St. Thomas Aquinas. The Saints at home tonight over Rockhurst at the half by a score of 21-0. Second half, Rockhurst facing 4th and 10. Vince Jacoby back to punt, and he's going to keep it. Comes up just a little bit short, about a foot short. Saints ball deep in Hawklett's territory. 2 plays later, Kalen Arndt going right, busting through the Rockhurst D, and forget about it, he's gone 34 yards, 28-0 Saints. The Rock not done. Ethan Hansen looking for his big wide out, and he's got him. Miles Carson going to take this one deep into scoring position. Rockhurst doing just that. They would score in a little fade to Jack Bickelmeyer, 28-7. Hawklets would add another TD to make it 28-15. This one turning into a shootout. Saints tried to pull away, but Rockhurst with a comeback win in overtime. The final in this one, 45-44.
Thanks, Dennis. One of the biggest games of the night. Undefeated Olathe North at undefeated Gardner Edgerton. No score late in the first quarter. The Trailblazers on the 26 when Bravin Powell goes deep to Colton Hawkinson. He makes the catch, takes it to the house on a 74-yarder. Gardner Edgerton with a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, the Eagles were down by 14, 4th and 2. Aiden Bruce finds a hole. He outruns everybody on a 37-yard play. North cutting the lead 14-7. Now the Eagles tied the game when they recovered a fumble at the 1-yard line. Jeremiah Rhodes scoops it up, runs 99 yards the other way for the score. The game was tied at 14, but Gardner went on to win this one 21-14. Also on the Kansas side, Blue Valley Northwest at Blue Valley West. This is senior night. First quarter, the Huskies on the 26-yard line. Nate Livingston with a screen pass to Aiden McGibney. He takes it to the house, and Northwest leads 7-0. Second quarter, 3rd and 2 on the 28-yard line. Livingston to a wide open tight end, Gavin Hoffman. That's for a score. The point after no good. It was 13-0. Northwest winning 27-14. Now let's hand off to Alan Shope on the Missouri side.
First up, Liberty North. They lost their first game but have rolled off 4 straight wins by a total of 158-28 on the road at 3-2 Blue Springs. Pick it up, 14-yard pile mover by the Wildcats, Donovan George. He's in there somewhere. 14 yards, first down, but the Liberty North defense, stout. Melvin Laster, big hit right there. Then it's Jay Ross going through the line like it's hot butter, and that's a big quarterback takedown. So the Wildcats punt. The Eagles go to work. It's Tillman Martin to Theo Gibson, first down. A few plays later, it's Martin to Tyler Supes, first down. North on a clock-ticking drive. 4th and 1 here. 16 plays, nearly 10 minutes off the clock. Micah Joe Barrett takes it in. 7-zip Eagles. Here's the best punt return of the night. Number 2, Cole Young gets it around the corner, takes it down inside the 20, and that leads to the 6-yard touchdown scamper by Barrett. 14-zip at that point. North wins it big, 40-0. Stop number 2, Raytown South, the tough 4-1 Cardinals team hosting a Smithville team that's also 4-1. And take a look at that moon tonight. That is outstanding. And so was Smithville in the first half. Pick it up in the second half. The Warriors start off nice. It's Cole Schaefer to Landon Russell, but check out Marcus Neal coming up here. He gets the pick. He's so tricky, even I didn't see him. Nice return there, too. So it's Makeel Simmons, the running back, and that's a nice, cool run right there. Jump to the 4th. Cardinals cut into that lead. It's Sheldon Locke to Marcus Neal for 6. Nice pass and catch. 21-12 there. 28-12. Smithville gets the win. In Raytown, Alan Shope, KMBC9 Sports.
Thanks, Alan. Now to Park Hill for the crosstown battle with South. Second quarter, 2nd and long for the Panthers on the 28-yard line. Drew Polakovich to Noah Washington for the scoring play. South led 10-zip. The Trojans had the Panthers pinned on the 1-inch line. Yeah, that's Toby Falubi takes the handoff in the end zone. He's greeted by 2 Park Hill defenders for the safety. It's now 10-2. Park Hill leading 33-13 in the 4th quarter. over to Staley as the Falcons host Liberty. First quarter, 3rd and 10. The Falcons on the 15 when Christian Kuchta passes to Ace Bindel for a touchdown. Liberty with the lead 7-0. It's still the first quarter and Staley 2nd and 1 on the 31. Luke Wilson hands off to Don Daugherty. He heads to the end zone for the touchdown. The point after was no good. It was 7-6. Liberty winning this one 21-6. On to St. James and St. Pius. Second half, the Thunder down by 3 when Ben Wheeler connects with Chase Parker on an 8-yard touchdown play. St. James taking the lead 21-17. Next possession, 2nd and 22 for the Saints. They're at the 20. Hudson Bailey throws a pick 6. Isaac Stanley was there. The point after no good. It was 27-17. St. James with their first win of the year as the Thunder win 34-17. Now let's check out some of the other scores from around the Football Patrol.